Well, folks, welcome to Conley Stadium for Friday Night Light action. Central Knights taking on the Burrillville Broncos. Apologize for not getting on the air sooner. The Wi-Fi having a little issues early, but seems to be all resolved. Central's 3 losses in a row now, and they need it bad tonight. Back-to-back-to-back losses off of LaSalle by a point, and then a 2-0 loss to a Division II Woonsocket. And last week, last-second touchdown by Westerly won the game, and it brought down the spirits heavily for this Central team. But to bring up the spirits, we have senior night action coming up here at Conley Stadium. Charlie Adams on play-by-play. Junior Hernandez running the camera tonight. So Central High School versus Burrillville, and we're about ready to kick off. Central kicking off will receive to start the second half. And the play brought down around the 34-yard line. Thank you for choosing to join us on the Fans Only Sports Network tonight. Should be a good game of football, and we're celebrating 15 seniors. 15 seniors for Central being celebrated tonight. Hopefully, team hoping for a big result on a special night for all players involved. And it's going to be immediate pressure coming in from Central, and a tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Burrillville likes to move the ball around through the air. 7 passing touchdowns from their quarterback, and 2 rushing touchdowns as a team the whole season. So definitely expect to see some passing as stacked receivers on both sides of the field. Now a motion man outright caught on the reception and out of bounds. Scurries on out of bounds for a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 5. Now the quarterback for Burrillville would be one Logan Galinas, a junior quarterback. And he'll keep it there, moving it a couple yards, but short of the first down marker.
Gain of 3. 4th down 2.
Brings up 4th and 2 for Burrillville. Sitting still in their own territory, but definitely a manageable 4th down. It's imperative for the Broncos to come out early and get down the field on their opening drive, so we'll see what they bring. Last game, Burrillville beat East Greenwich 12-6, and across the season it's pretty much even on their point differential. They're really scoring close games, and 4th and 2, pass rolled out and incomplete. It's a turnover on downs to start this game here at Conley Stadium. Logan Galinas rolled out, tried to catch his receiver in stride, just a little too far forward to be able to reach out and bring it in. Again, you're watching Friday Night Lights on the Fans Only Sports Network. Central taking on Burrillville. Senior night action. Now Central starting Avani Rodriguez at quarterback, who will hand it off, and bouncing to the outside is Richard Bridges. Richard Bridges kicks it outside, enough for a 1st down, and it's Central needing this win now, and coming off of 3 straight losses, entering senior night. They want to show up, represent their families well, who are all here in attendance following the pregame ceremony. Avani Rodriguez, the quarterback for Central. Motion on both sides of the play. Now stacked receivers to the top of your screen. Lone receiver on the bottom. Running back in the backfield in the I form, but Rodriguez will keep it, and he'll rush. He'll get pushed out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
Rodriguez with the quarterback keep. Plays good enough for our night. 1st down.
So it's back-to-back 1st downs to open up tonight for Central.
From the 7-yard line.
Both on the ground, one by Richard Bridges, and then that rush right there, the quarterback keeper. And now Central sits just 7 yards out. Central needs 7 yards, 1st and goal. I formation. Under center, Rodriguez handing off to Bridges, pushing forward. Pile moving, but being taken down short of the goal line. Brings up 2nd down and goal. So we'll just pop up 2nd and 4 on, tell you the yards to go on the down and distance on the right side of your score bug. Yet to see any passing action out of Central. And it'll be another handoff and punching it in. Richard Bridges crossing the pylon for the touchdown. Touchdown Central. They lead it 6-0 as we get underway on the opening drive for Central. Go down the field, all on the ground. Make their way for 6 points. Richard Bridges, listed as a freshman on our roster, definitely getting the playing time of an upperclassman. He's been dominant on the ground even in last week's game against Westerly. On for the extra point. The snap's a little high, the kick off, but blocked at the line. No good on the extra point. Just knocked down at the line, a little slow on the snap. Hard to get it down and kicked on time, and Burrillville blocking the extra point, but the touchdown by Bridges has Central up 6-0. After a successful opening drive for Central, they'll kick it back to the team that opened off this game with a turnover on downs. Aggressive call on 4th and 2 put the Knights in offensive territory or enemy territory immediately, and Central 2 first downs and pushing it all the way. Kickoff is received cleanly, and Burrillville's will be brought down, and they'll start their drive around the 31-yard line. You're watching Friday Night Lights on the Fans Only Sports Network. Charlie Adams on play-by-play. Junior Hernandez running the camera. Central leading early, 6-0, following the touchdown run by Richard Bridges. Broncos back with it. Jelinas under center, taking the snap, dropping back to throw, and finding his man, Norman Solier, receiving the pass near the line. We'll see where he's marked. And it's enough to move the chains.
Plays good enough for a Bronco first down.
Broncos able to move the chains to start off their second drive of this evening, trying to answer back. Shotgun formation. Now a motion man. Delmonico motioned as the handoff will be good for another first down. Leland Kelleher. Kelleher with enough. Not enough. Looks like 2nd and inches, apparently. So it'll be 2nd and 1. And honestly, the reception I thought might have been short, but certainly thought he got it there. 2nd and 1, or even inches for the Broncos. Now in Central territory. Again, shotgun for the Broncos, who like to throw, and they will. Finding his man, Riley Herbert, with the reception. First down as Jelinas gets it for the check down and enough for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Broncos, looking to answer back. Motion man. Motioning back in the handoff. The Broncos bringing it up the field. Taken down after a gain of about 6.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down, 5.
So 2nd and 5 for the Broncos. And the Broncos will keep it and be taken down with just about no gain on the play, maybe even a loss. So 3rd down and 5 for the Broncos. Logan Jelinas in shotgun. 4 receivers, 1 in the slot now, 2 lined up on the slot. Jelinas with the option play. He'll keep it. He'll run, moving sideways, reaching for the line, and he definitely got it. Another 1st down. Took a little sideways running to get there, but he was able to get it done. If you're just joining us, Central leading 6-0 following a touchdown run by Richard Bridges, punching it in from short range for Central on their opening drive after a turnover on downs. Broncos, 2nd drive of the game, trying to tie this thing up. Pre-snap motion, now Jelinas taking the snap, handing it off. Kelleher taken down at the line.
No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10.
So officially no gain on the play. Jelinas in the shotgun, running back to his right. Stacked receivers on the bottom of your screen. Jelinas dropping back to throw, now rolling out right. He'll scramble for it, staying in bounds and getting past the marker for a 1st down. Pushed out of bounds, not before picking up the 1st down, and Central moves the chain. Apologies, Burrillville moving the chains once again. And Burrillville again has been getting it done through the air primarily, but Jelinas seems to be good with his legs. Of those 2 rushing touchdowns that Burrillville has this season, one of them by Jelinas. So 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Broncos. Central defense in close. And it's going to be another keeper. Jelinas trying to push forward, but might have been tackled down for a loss. We'll see, and it seems like, yep, loss of a yard on the play. So 2nd and 11. Field goal range. But question is, does Burrillville have a kicker? Not many teams in the high schools have a true kicker, but last week Westerly had a stud of a kicker against this Central team, was knocking field goals down left and right, and is really the reason why that they won the game, was off of their kicker's ability on special teams. Anyway, shotgun formation, running back to the left, dropping back Jelinas, looking to throw, overthrowing his man, incomplete pass. Now 3rd and 11.
And welcome the Central cheerleading squad. The Brooklyn Knights are in the house.
The throw just too high for his man to bring down. Brings up 3rd and 11. It's a nice night here at Conley Stadium. Spirits are high, celebrating senior night, and weather-wise, it's also a pretty good, beautiful fall day, you know. So on many of these plays, we've seen this shotgun formation. Leland Kelleher, the running back to his right, dropping back, looking to pass, and now scrambling again. Scrambling, but being taken down. A big sack for Central. And that makes it 4th and about a loss of 6 on the play. So we're talking now 4th and about 17.
Loss of 6 on the play. 4th down, 17.
Fourth and 17 as the clock under 2 minutes in our first quarter of action here at Conley Stadium. You're watching the Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Friday Night Lights here in Rhode Island. Watching Central High School, the Division I powerhouse, facing off against Division II Burrillville. And Burrillville's here looking to tie. On 4th and long, rolling out Jelinas, looking to the end zone. The catch, and I think he might have come down with it. A 50-50 ball. Touchdown signaled. What a catch. What a catch. Burrillville answering back in style. What a ball, what a catch. Tying this one up. Jelinas going deep on a 4th and 17 and finding his man.
Caught by number 2, Dan Delmonico for a Bronco touchdown.
PA announcer announcing Dan Delmonico as the receiver who brought down that spectacular catch. Flags before we can get the extra point going. Extra point would take the lead.
Offside penalty against the Knights. Half the distance.
It's going to be offsides on Central. Makes this extra point even more of a chip shot and brings up the question of whether to go for 2, but Burrillville going for the extra point and converting. So Burrillville taking the lead 7-6 after the amazing catch by Daniel Delmonico to the back of the end zone on 4th and long. So back-to-back drives for Burrillville. They go for it on 4th down. Of course, definitely easier call to make when you're 30 yards away from the. And looks like Delmonico will kick it off for Burrillville following his catch. Excuse us while we fix the clock a little. Gonna have to set it back a couple seconds.
Kicking off the Broncos, number 2, Dan Delmonico.
Clock all set up for the first quarter, winding down. Delmonico's kickoff will go to the 30-yard line before being fielded by Central, and a swarm taking him down around the 40-yard line. Notable part of Conley Stadium, besides the massive seating bowl, the scoreboard with a jumbotron and a massive speaker. Very nice scoreboard for this nice big stadium that, according to what I've read online and in the little plaques here, used to house the New England Patriots, or at least at one point. Definitely a historical landmark in Providence. Knights trailing by 1 with the reverse end-around run for Adonis Medina. Adonis Medina taking the sideline all the way to the end zone. Nobody able to catch up to Medina as he runs the end around all the way to the end zone. Getting a senior night moment out of the way early. Medina with the long touchdown run, and Central right back out in front. Now Central missed their extra point. It was blocked after a high snap on their first touchdown that was scored by Richard Bridges. Now we'll see if they want to go for two. And they will elect to go for two, trying to get back on pace with the 7 points as the handoff up the middle for Ramel Richards is close but did not cross the line. 2-point conversion is no good, and Central keeps the score at 12-7. First quarter flying out of the gate. Both teams with touchdowns, Central with 2 of them, and they're leading it 12-7. Any hockey fans listening, please join us tomorrow for immense amount of hockey. Peak Performance Prep Hockey on the Fans Only Sports Network tomorrow and Sunday, being broadcasted from Trinity College and from Janus Rink, among other locations. I believe we'll have 6 games broadcasted to you and on Saturday, and another 6 coming at you on Sunday. Big week of hockey action on the Fans Only Sports Network. Central kicking off. It's going to be fielded on a bounce. Had to go back to pick it up, but Burrillville now with it. Being brought down around the 28-yard line to start the drive.
With the run back, 1st and 10, Broncos.
So Broncos with a 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
And don't forget, the concession stand is now open, as you can probably tell by the aroma in the stadium.
First quarter winding down. And a fast start to this matchup. Again, senior night for Central. We'd like to give a quick shout out to all seniors on Central's team and Burrillville, as it's going to be kept by the quarterback and brought up the field for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. Jolene is keeping it and moving the ball up for a now 2nd and 4.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down, 5.
Quarter is going to run out here, so we'll take a break. Won't get a play off before the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and get back to you. You're watching Central versus Burrillville, Friday Night Lights on the Fans Only Sports Network. Central leading 12-7. welcome back into the stream. Flying out of the gate. Central with 2 scores, 2 rushing touchdowns, one by Richard Bridges to start it, and Adonis Medina with a long rushing touchdown to get us to our 12-7 score after Daniel Delmonico came up with a great catch. Broncos with the ball, looking to take the lead again as they air it out deep down the field to Delmonico, trying to do it again. Delmonico reached back, but just an inch out of range. It was really a great catch in the back of the end zone. One-on-one 50-50 ball, but was able to come down with it on a 4th and long to put Burrillville in the lead for not long, as Medina, the first play that Central had, came back down the field and put Central right back in the lead. 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation, running back behind him in the I form, taking the handoff on 3rd and 4 and not getting much on it. So 4th down, call a gain of 1 on the play. 4th and 3, and we'll get to see the special teams unit for Burrillville. They went for it on back-to-back 4th downs on their first 2 drives of the game. Didn't work out the first time and gave some great field position for Central. But the second time, of course, was Delmonico coming in with the touchdown. So Delmonico ready to punt it away. Low snap, fielded and punted off. He's going to take a bounce and get by Central, and they're going to pick it up and just skirt out of bounds around the 24-yard line.
Ball's out of bounds. The 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Nice.
So 23-yard line is where Central will start their next drive, looking to go up by 2 scores. It's going to take a touchdown, though, since they weren't able to convert on their field goal try or their 2-point conversion attempt. Charlie Adams on play-by-play with Junior Hernandez on camera. Fans Only Sports Network presentation of the Friday Night Lights here in Rhode Island. I formation. Rodriguez handing it off. It's Bridges going up the right side of the field. Enough for a Knight's first down as he's pushed out of bounds. Stacked receivers at the bottom of your screen for Central as they hand it off again. Bridges breaking free. Room to run and being pushed out of bounds, but not after gaining about 30 yards on the rush. Took me a second to calculate it up, but 30-yard rush for Richard Bridges, who already has a touchdown on the day. So it's been Central's run game early. Not sure if we've seen a pass out of them yet. And it looks like a similar set from last play. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Handoff, flag on the play after a gain of about 9 or 10. So might be enough to move a chains, but it all depends on what this flag. And it's going to be a holding penalty on Central. So erase the run and back it up. 1st and 15. Oh, it's a holding's 10 yards. Apologies.
First down 20.
So, 10 yards for a hold is definitely a curious. It's one of the things that I am most curious about in the NFL rulebook. Just seems like a little penalty to have a 10-yard attached to it. But regardless, Central now handing off and being tossed down.
Kane, the ball player.
Now 2nd down and 17.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down, 17.
Second down and 17 for the Knights following the holding penalty. I formation. Vonnie Rodriguez under center for the Knights. And he'll fake the handoff, now roll out, and pass will be over the head of his receiver.
Rodriguez pass is complete.
Incomplete pass. Now 3rd down and 17. Incomplete pass, so we're going to pause the clock, just letting it catch up to actual game time. 3rd and long for the Knights. And if you're just joining us, Central leading off of touchdowns from Richard Bridges on their opening drive, and then Adonis Medina on a one-play drive, rushing down the field on an end-around. Gets them their 12 points, missed field goal and a failed 2-point conversion, keeps it at 12 points. Trying to add on here. Empty backfield for Vonnie Rodriguez, who will still hand it off on the receiver. Coming from the outside, Demarion Kine with room to run. Kine looking for the corner pylon, reaching out for it. And he will be marked at the 1-yard line.
Kane, the ball carrier.
Demarion Kane. I'm bringing it all the way up to the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal. Another big rushing play.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Knights.
Second quarter here. And we're still looking for our first complete pass from Central, but it's no problem when you're getting it done on the ground, getting chunk gains up the field from the likes of Richard Bridges, and on that last play was Demarion Kane. I formation, stacked receivers to the top of your screen, handoff with 1 yard to go, and I believe Kine able to cross the goal line for the touchdown. Demarion Kine pushing it across after the big run to set him up on the 1 yard line, and they let him finish the job. Back-to-back touchdowns for Central, and now they lead it by 2 scores in the second quarter of play. So Demarion Kane sets them up on the 1 yard line with a big rush, and then punches it in. Central leads now 18-7 and will go for 2. after messing up their field goal and then failing to convert a 2-point conversion. They'll try again, handing it off and in there with ease. And the 2-point conversion being pushed across. Central leading now 20-7. So early on, not looking to be as much fanfare in this one as there was in the Westerly game. But Westerly looks like a top team in Division II to watch out for. The way they played against Central and the way they played against every team not named Barrington. But Burrillville still sits with a positive record. They're 3-2, so doing a little better than my home team, Cranston East. Kicking off, Central sending it downfield, brought in at the 20-yard line by the Broncos. And it'll be taken down around the 33, 34-yard line.
Brendan Dean with the run back. First and 10, Broncos. And don't forget our fabulous halftime show provided to us by the Central Cheerleading Squad, a.k.a. the Good Knights.
So Burrillville now on the back foot, needing to score, get some momentum going before halftime if they want to stick in this one. Another quarterback keeper for the Broncos, and he'll be just pushed out of bounds and taken down behind the line. So a loss of yards on the play.
The quarterback keeper run out of bounds by number 8.
Logan Jelinas, the quarterback keeper.
That's the one on the play. Second down, 11.
Clock running, I mean. Could have sworn that the clock would be stopped there, but second and 11. So shotgun for the Broncos. Motion man across the line. Now dropping back to throw. Going deep again, looking for Delmonico. Not able to connect there. Gives us a chance to catch up our clock. And it brings up third and 11 for the Broncos. Delmonico, the clear favorite target of the night for Jelinas earlier. Earlier scoring the spectacular touchdown that has Burrillville's only points of the night. And since then has been looked towards many times as Jelinas tries to find him through the air. Stacked receivers to the bottom of your screen. Dropping back to pass. Jelinas getting the screen pass off and being taken down behind the line to gain. The pass was complete to Leland Kelleher, but now fourth and short. They'll spot the ball at 4th and 1. They'll move the chains, really. I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good view up here. They moved the chains on that. Genuinely surprised that was enough for a first down, but nonetheless, Kelleher able to push across on the screenplay. Sets up a first down near the 50-yard line. Kelleher taking the toss and being tackled for loss.
No gain on the play.
And they'll say no gain on the play. A big issue for Central last week were penalties. Constantly being penalized, and it really cost them when it was all said and done. It was really one of the major factors that played into them losing that game against Westerly, giving second chances and hurting themselves when they had chances. But they've been a little more disciplined to start this one. Immediately rolling out and now flicking it to his running back, who picks up 6 yards. Option play by Jelinas, and he chooses to toss it to his running back Kelleher, who's able to gain 7 and set up a 3rd and 3. Over halfway gone in the second quarter. Burrillville looking for their first score of the second quarter. Stacked wide receivers to the top and bottom of your screen. The Broncos snapping and now dropping back. Jelinas looking deep. Down the sideline, just a little too far over. 4th and short. Now in Central territory, but just barely over the 50-yard line. Looks like they'll set up and to go for it. 4th and short. Definitely in range. Definitely a chance, and the team needs something to happen until they run out of time, pretty much. Got to build some momentum heading into halftime, trailing by 2 scores over Central. So, 4th and 3 coming up. Burrillville already with 1 turnover on downs. Motion. Delmonico as he takes the snap and pushes forward past the line to gain. First down.
With the quarterback keeper, plays good enough to give the Broncos a first down.
Gotta keep a close eye on the scoreboard clock because it just starts and stops when I'm not expecting it to. But first down rush for Logan Jelinas on the quarterback keeper. Keeps the drive alive for the Broncos. Now shotgun snap, dropping back to throw. The hard pass, too hot to handle.
Pass is incomplete.
I don't watch the show Too Hot to Handle, but the pass there, just a little too much juice on it. Wasn't able to reel it in. So 2nd and 10. And already Central having more points than they did in the entirety of last game. Lost 19-15 to Westerly. 20 points already before half. Motion, but a handoff. Kelleher being taken down after a short gain. So 3rd down.
Gain of 3.
And
First
7.
down, 7.
If Burrillville is doing anything right, they're taking a lot of clock time up. So if they are able to make their way to the end zone, they'll have drained a good amount of time before the end of the half. Might not be much time left for Central to answer back if Burrillville is successful. Burrillville in the white jerseys as the drop back, complete pass. Solier, Norman Solier bringing in the reception.
Pass is complete to Solier.
It's 4th and 1.
Fourth down, 1.
Not enough to move the chains there. Last 4th and short was a 4th and 3 on this drive, and Jelinas was able to push it forward on the quarterback keeper. We'll see if we see something similar. Now just about 10 yards closer than the last 4th down attempt. Again, they are taking a lot of time off the clock. So it'll be shotgun with a running back to the left. Delmonico in motion. And it will be the keeper. Cutting to the outside and getting past the line to gain. Staying on his feet as he goes out of bounds. Enough for a Broncos first down. And the drive continues. 2 4th down conversions on this drive. Both on a Logan Jelinas being able to just push it on forward past the line to gain. Thank you for choosing to listen to Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Friday Night Lights, Central taking on Burrillville. Stacked box for Central. Dropping back to pass.
The last pass is
Passes it
incomplete.
incomplete as it goes into the end zone.
Second down, 10.
Wide receiver or defenders, no one really near that one. So 2nd down and 10 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun formation. Stacked receivers at the top of your screen. Motion man Riley Hebert as the snap will be taken and kept as he looks to gain some yards and gets a gain on the play.
Quarterback keeper.
Another quarterback keeper for Logan Jelinas. Picks up about 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play. Third down, 6.
Clock heading towards 2 minutes left in the half. And last week I learned somehow after watching plenty of high school football that there's no 2-minute warning as we tick on past it. I could have sworn that we had a 2-minute warning here, but turns out not to be. So clock keeps on rolling on a 3rd and 6. And after a long discussion, Burrillville calling a timeout. So we'll take a timeout. Central leading 20-7. We'll take a quick break and be back on the other side of a Burrillville timeout. Welcome back Timeout just about over here. Burrillville looking to get an answer back on the board before halftime. Central will start the second half with the ball, but Burrillville at least has done a good job of not going to leave much time for Central to be able to drive down the field and respond.
Third down 6.
So 3rd down and 6. Burrillville just about in the red zone. Rolling out to his right, looking to the end zone for a wide open Norman Solier. Touchdown on the play, flags on the play. We'll see what the flag is before we put it up on the scoreboard. But rolling out to his right under heavy pressure and finding his man. But the penalty against the Broncos. So wipe the touchdown off the scoreboard and back him up. 10-yard penalty. Now 3rd and 16. The holding penalty on the Broncos. Lined up. Now 3rd and long after seemingly finding the end zone. Jelinas backing up to throw and finding his man. Staying in bounds as he finds Norman Solier. So back to 3rd and 10. Or 4th and 10. Another 4th down on this drive.
Gain of 6. 4th down 10.
Dropping back, Jelinas. Now rolling out off of a back foot, finding the end zone. What a throw, what a catch. Norman Solier open in the end zone as Jelinas making something out of nothing. The rollout throw to the end zone. There is a flag in the end zone, but could be unsportsmanlike on the celebration. We'll see what happens, or flag just picked up. No penalty, it seems. Now it seems we might get a penalty. So it is an unsportsmanlike penalty. And it'll be applied to the kickoff. But the extra point is up and through. So both touchdown scorers were involved in the extra point unit. Solier, who scored the touchdown just now. The holder for Daniel Delmonico to kick it through. Interesting little pattern as Central now's lead cut in half. Still leading 20-14. They'll receive the kickoff with 30 seconds left in the half but when we get back from halftime, you'll see Central again receiving the kick after kicking off to start this one.
Back deep for the Knights. Number 4, Isaiah Bettel. And number 5.
So Burrillville ready to kick off.
Number 2, Daniel Delmonico.
So the penalty for the unsportsmanlike backs up the kickoff team. Expect room to return. They'll just squib it, taken in at the 50-yard line and sliding down.
Ball is down.
So
54.
ball in Burrillville territory to start for the Knights, but
Only 30 seconds before
not much time to work with.
halftime show featuring the Central cheerleading squad. Yes, you know, the good Knights.
So it's been a eventful first half for the Knights celebrating senior night. Burrillville has been game so far, still trailing by a touchdown, but has had success in the air, especially on big plays when it matters. Logan Jelinas working some magic on back-to-back touchdowns that really were hard to imagine happening when the plays started. Terrific catch and then a terrific throw on the second touchdown. So 29 seconds, Central with all of their timeouts, and we'll see one of them being used by the Broncos. So Broncos taking a timeout with 30 seconds left. Clock wasn't running, so some formation issues. 20-14, and we'll take a break. We're going to see what happens when we play an actual ad, since playing the commercials lags this stream out. So we'll see what happens if we just play a normal ad.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice, freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites, and it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Welcome back in. Burrillville ready to go following their second timeout of the first half. Empty backfield as Rodriguez rolls out. Ramel Richards unable to bring it in. So incomplete pass. Second down.
Second down, 10.
But with only 30 seconds left, no clock runoff. Still a little time to drive down the field for Central. Has all three of their timeouts. Didn't seem like the ads lagged the stream any, so we might stick with real ads for you guys. Now roll out again, Rodriguez. That's tipped up, I think it might have been, and stepping out of bounds. Clock stops with 16 seconds. Oh.
Rodriguez pass is complete. To Vento.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't just curse this thing to start lagging, but it looked like a little lag spike there. Should be all right. So it's a first down. The tipped pass gets its way to Bentel eventually. Not sure if he was the intended target, but he was the one to come up with it. Now 16 seconds left in the half. 30 yards out. Central looking to put one on the board before halftime. Central receiving at halftime. Now rolling out again. Rodriguez to the sideline. Did he get his feet in is the question. And he did. Good catch by Ramel Richards.
Plays good enough for a night. First down.
So the Knights with another first down, able to get out of bounds with 9 seconds left. Now in the red zone. Again, they have all 3 of their timeouts, so anything is really up for grabs. Might see a run play, not 100% the call, but you can see at the top of your screen Central's coach in close to the referee. Might have a quick timeout as the low snap taken in by Ivani Rodriguez. Again, rolling to his right, now creating space and moving forward, pushed out of bounds. 1 second on the clock. So Rodriguez scrambling out of the pocket, finds his way to the sideline. Gain of 3 on the play. Now if with 1 second left, if Central could find that back of the end zone and then receive the ball to start the second half and score there, then you're talking a big deficit for the Broncos to overcome. And while the offense has been able to score, it's taken time. Long drives for Burrillville, so keeping it close is imperative if the Broncos want to keep this game. Empty backfield as I accidentally click on the wrong thing, and the Knights take a timeout. So timeout taken with 1 second to go in the half. Central leading 20-14. We'll take a timeout up here. You're watching the Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Central versus Burrillville Friday Night Lights.
Jersey Mike's.
All right, we found our way back onto the stream, back to the scoreboard button after a quick Danny DeVito appearance. 1 second left on the clock. Rodriguez dropping back for the snap, looking to the back of the end zone. Pass going up, caught out of bounds. Ref signals out of bounds, and that'll be the end of the first half. So Central leading 20-14 after a half of play. Demarion Kine, Richard Bridges, and Adonis Medina all with rushing touchdowns. Medina taking the first play all the way to the end zone on their second score. On the other side, Burrillville, Daniel DeMonico with a great catch that put the Burrillville in the lead at one point, but then Norman Solier with the second touchdown. Last of the half, we'll send you to break and see you on the other side of halftime here at Conley Stadium.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, hand down. One hand, up. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want. Water bottles, t-shirts, jackets, caps, banners, business cards. We'll even wrap your company vehicle in vinyl. Best of all, we won't break the bank. There's no minimum order required on most items. My Custom Swag is a proud American family-owned and operated business. So let's get creative. Express yourself and call My Custom Swag or visit mycustomswag.com today.
Oh, hey!
Looking for some swag? Here at My Custom Swag, we will imprint, embroider, or laser engrave your name or message on practically anything you want.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Accidents happen, but they don't have to be the cause of financial hardship. Even with health insurance, an accident can result in major medical bills. Let's say you were playing football and an aggressive tackle broke your leg. An ambulance takes you to the emergency room where you were given care, but now you have 3 months of physical therapy before you're back on your feet. Your health insurance will cover a lot of your costs, but you will be required to pay your out-of-pocket maximum. The average out-of-pocket maximum in the US is around $4,000. But you had planned for the unexpected. You signed up for LifeRaft's Accident Supplement Insurance, which reimburses medical expenses related to an accident. Your
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, up, big, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Welcome back to Conley Stadium. Second half ready to get underway after an exciting first half with 5 touchdowns, 3 the way of Central, and that's why they're leading. Central leading 20-14 after a half of play. The biggest play of the half, Adonis Medina on the first play of the drive, able to rush it down the field for a long 50-plus yard rushing touchdown. On the other end of things, Burrillville able to get to the end zone and once led in this contest 7-6 off of Daniel Delmonico's amazing catch in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, they were able to have a long drive that finished with a touchdown and put them within 1 score. It's anyone's game at this point, and we're just about ready to get the third quarter underway. Central receiving after kicking off to start this one, so they'll receive to start the second half. Again, looking to go up 2 scores. And Daniel Delmonico will kick off.
For the Knights, number 4, Nasai Bento, and number 5, Demarion Kane.
Demarion Kane and Nasai Bentel, the 2 men deep for Central. And The kick will not reach them. It'll get to the second line of defense, and he goes down.
The ball was caught and down.
So he downed it at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 70 yards
First and 10.
for Central to go. Central, if you're just joining us, celebrating senior night. 15 seniors on this Central squad that will be graduating, enjoying their last year of the program.
Opportunity. Please donate. Help fight breast cancer.
Here in Conley Stadium at Providence, Rhode Island. It's getting a little chilly. Started off the night a perfect fall weather, but the handoff by Rodriguez bounced to the outside. Flag on the play. Richard Bridges bringing it up.
Bridges, the ball carrier. Flag on the play.
The flag on the play, and from the reactions on the field, it looks like it will be on Central, and it is a holding penalty. Brings back the first down rush by Bridges. Now it sets up 1st and 20. First and 20 after what would have been a first down gets called back due to holding, and now Central sat up on their own 24-yard line. I formation. Under center, Rodriguez will hand it off, bringing it up the field for a couple yards. Richard Bridges before being taken down.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down, 17.
Pushes it to 2nd and 17. Central with 2nd and long after the holding penalty. Empty backfield, shotgun. Avani Rodriguez. And now a man in motion. Motion now set up to his right. The low snap picked up and handed off successfully. They get it back to about the original yard line that this drive started on. So should make it around 3rd and 10. Looks like a gain of 8, so 3rd and 9. Central looking to add on to their already 6-point lead. 3 touchdowns got them up to 20. A 2-point conversion mixed in with 2 missed. 1 missed field goal and 1 missed 2-point conversion. So if you want your football score divisible by 7, it'll take another 2-point conversion to get there. Motion to the top of your screen now. Avani Rodriguez fakes the handoff and brings it up the field. Rodriguez juking men and now being pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Well enough for a first down.
Plays good enough for our night. First down.
First down and spotted at the 43. My favorite number. Oh, I don't think that's the 43. I think that's the 33. Anyways, 33 of Burrillville. Central nearing the red zone. Ramel Richards motions to the left of Rodriguez and now takes the handoff, bringing it up, cutting to the right, and now has room to run, pushed out of bounds. Not before gaining the first down and putting Central in the red zone. So Ramel Richards gets it into the red zone for the Knights. Knights looking to go up 2 scores. They've led for all but 1 play after the amazing touchdown by Delmonico for the Broncos. Central immediately answered back. Adonis Medina on the first play to drive. That was the 1 play of the night that Central hasn't been on top. Rodriguez takes the snap, hands it off. Now pushing towards the end zone and being taken down short of the goal line. Demarius Cain. So 1st and goal, and they're about 3 yards out, so we'll put the nice 3 on the distance marker on our score bug. Thank you for listening and watching the Fans Only Sports Network. Charlie Adams on play-by-play, joined by Junior Hernandez, who's working the camera tonight. Red zone play, in close, the handoff by Rodriguez, up the middle. Richard Bridges in for the touchdowns. Another touchdown for Richard Bridges, his 2nd of the night. Punching it in from close range. And now a big lead and time running out for Burrillville to start coming back. We'll see if Central looks to be going for 2. Going for 2 puts them back on a denominator of 7. Good for any of those out there with OCD. And the handoff will be pushed across the goal line, and a successful try for 2. Central now leading 28-14. Leading by exactly 2 touchdowns. 14-point lead. Under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of action. Central going to prepare to kick off. Back to Burrillville. Jatton White getting the handoff and getting it across the line for the 2-point conversion. Central taking control of senior night as they lead now 28-14. We'll take a quick break and be back with you for the kickoff. Welcome back. We're ready to kick it off following Richard Bridges' 2nd touchdown rush of the night. Central in control of it now, 28-14. Central now kicking it away and fielded at the 25-yard line. Bouncing to the right side of the field before being pushed out of bounds. Brendan Dean sets it up at the 34-yard line to start this drive. Biggest lead of the night for the Knights. Might want to change the night in one of those. Biggest lead of the evening for the Knights. Biggest lead of the night for Central. Any way you put it, Central's leading 28-14. And Burrillville is going to need to start putting the pedal to the metal if they want to work a comeback in this one. One safety deep for Central. I formation and the shotgun. Motion man for Burrillville. Now snap, handed off, and taken down nearly immediately. The handoff to Leland Keller gains 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Second down, 7.
Logan Jelinas has done what we expected him to do heading into this contest. He's gone through the air on both of the touchdowns for Burrillville. It's been an air attack most of the season for the team. They played EG last week, East Greenwich, and it was a close one that they squeaked out with the 12-6 win. Jelinas taking the snap and dropping back, looking deep down the sideline, just too far out of bounds to be received. So, incomplete pass stops the clock at 6:48 left in the third quarter. Central is leading 28-14. And you're watching the Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Friday Night Lights football here at Conley Stadium. Charlie Adams on play-by-play. No analyst with me here at Central, but I'll give you my analyst take. The Knights have scored double the amount of points as the Broncos so far. There you go. Snap taken by Jelinas, who rolls to his right, looks deep down the field, a little behind Delmonico. Seems that some coaches for Burrillville were looking for a pass interference call, but no flag. 4th and 7, and time ticking on Burrillville's chances for a comeback. So we'll see if they elect to go for it in their own end. They've had some success on 4th downs. Most notably, their last touchdown drive in the second quarter were able to convert 2 4th downs on their way to scoring, which was a beautiful rollout pass. The pressure getting in deep, but punting it away on 4th and 7.
Delmonico back to punt for the Broncos.
Delmonico punting, flipping the field, and it'll roll. Good roll for Burrillville. And the Broncos will touch it down at the 25-yard line.
Ball is down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Knights.
And now the Knights have a chance to really put this game in stone. Third score would put them up by 3 touchdowns. Or, not sure how to say it besides the third score would put them up by 3 scores. So Central on senior night having their way so far, leading 28-14, have done it majority of the time on the ground. They've attempted a pass. I'm not even 100% sure they've completed one yet, but still, the ground game effective as ever.
Richards, ball carrier.
Ramel Richards bringing it up the field on 1st down for a gain of 6.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down, 4.
Interesting fan chants for just calling plain old interception. I mean, not much creativity behind it, but support the team you choose any way you want. No safety back for the Broncos as the handoff will be flipped, but incomplete, and diving on it. Central able to recover the football. Oh, wait a minute.
recovered by the Knights.
And it's recovered by the Knights. Burrillville, the one who came up with it when the pile was all said and done. But the Knights keeping possession after the failed end around. Now a third down and long after what was a third and short, or a second and short. Now a third and long. Just lucky to get out of there. Still in possession of the ball. Empty backfield. Now Kane moving to his right. It's a QB keeper on the faked handoff, and he'll move it up the field, and they'll spot it. Now it brings up a 4th and about 6. Fourth and looks like 4th and 5.
Down 5.
Central in their own end on a 4th and 5. Have the 2 touchdown lead, but looks like they will go for it. So, despite being up 2 scores, looking to continue to apply pressure. Empty backfield. Rodriguez hasn't meant much, as here's the option. The fake and a keep. Rodriguez, did he get to the line to gain? And it looks like he did. Moving the chains. So the Knights take the chance.
We have an official timeout.
And an official timeout for an injury on the field. So we'll send you to break while we hope that Central can recover and get this game back underway. Thoughts and prayers to the Central player injured on the play. Welcome back. Short injury timeout. It's Jatton White for the Knights, walking on his own power with his coaches to the sideline. Hopefully nothing serious coming of that injury. But Knights still with the ball after converting on 4th and 5. Rodriguez, the quarterback, keeping the ball and pushing it up the middle past the line to gain. Rodriguez under center, stacked receivers to the top of your screen. I formation as he hands it off to his running back, who pushes forward with not much of a gain.
Bridges, the ball carrier.
As Richard Bridges is able to get the ball up to the 41-yard line, a gain of 3.
Gain of 3 on the play. Second down 7.
Got our clock a little out of whack. We're going to catch that up for you real quick. Let's just put that and send it in. What just happened? Oh, we did it. All right. Clock up to speed with the game clock as Rodriguez scrambling out of the pocket past the line of scrimmage towards the marker and out of bounds. We'll see if they mark him past the first down marker. And Central continuing to use the run nearly exclusively. And it looks like
Official timeout.
official timeout. We might have The chain gang coming on for measurement. And they declare the ball short, so 3rd and inches. Can't put inches on here. Let's put a little 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 after the measurement. Or that's really 3rd and inches. They are right on top of the marker. So it looks like just about 3rd and an index card away from another first down for Central, who's looking to essentially put this game away. It's a win that Central's been looking for weeks, and they might have just finally got one after 3 straight losses, 3 really heartbreaking ones. And it's just going to be pushed up the middle, plenty past the first down marker. QB sneak getting the inch they needed. 1st and 10. So it's Central able to move the chains again as clock ticking down in our 3rd quarter of action. Under center, Rodriguez, I formation, stacked receivers to the bottom of your screen as running back and quarterback collide. Ball comes loose, but the Knights able to fall on it. Loss of yards. 2nd time this drive that they haven't been able to get the handoff going correctly. Bumping into each other there. Unable to connect on a lateral in the backfield, trying to flip the field on an end around. 2 plays just on this drive. But other than that, it's been a pretty good game for Central. Less penalties than you saw in Westerly, and just a better team effort on senior night, where we're celebrating a lot of seniors. The screen with room to run. Ramel Richards up the sideline. 1 man to beat, and he gets him down. Ramel Richards on the screen. Plenty for a first down. But a flag is on the play. We'll see who it's on. It's on Central. So, big play for Knott as another Knights penalty will push them back on what was 2nd and 15. And now it's going to be a lot more. And it's marked at 2nd and 11 now.
2nd down, 12.
Or 12. Okay. So 2nd and 12 as the clock running again. Caught me off guard a little bit, but we'll catch up. Snap taken by Rodriguez, handoff to Richards, pushes it up the field about 6 yards. Sets up 2nd and 5. Or 3rd and 5, apologies. Thank you again for choosing to watch the Fans Only Sports Network. Please join us for tomorrow's presentation of Peak Performance Prep Hockey as timeout for an injury. Number 98 for Central, big Anthony Semin down on the field. We'll take another break. Get back to you when game action resumes. Back here, Conley Stadium following the injury, helped off the field. Seems to may have cramped up a little. Don't want to assume anything. Clock ran down while we were in commercial. All right, we're just going to stick with it as there's less than 10 seconds left. But it's a run to the outside. Central, as the quarter expires, being tackled down, but not before gaining a first down. Bentel pushes the ball up for a first down. But that's the end of the third quarter. Central leads 28-14 and threatening to score again. 1st and 10 when you come back from Burrillville territory. Central with the ball.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Ready to start the fourth quarter of action, final quarter here at Conley Stadium. Central leading by 28-14. They'll start the fourth quarter with a 1st and 10 at Burrillville's 39-yard line. Rodriguez handing it off. Bentel up the left side of the field, has blockers all the way to the end zone. Bentel into the end zone. Another touchdown on the ground as Central extends their lead to not 40, but 34. And the clock broke on me. I don't know what happened there. So Central finds the end zone again. Now leading by 20 points. Took me a second. Trying to figure out what's going on here. The scoreboard not really cooperating with me. Timeout taken to start the fourth quarter.
Timeout. Knights.
Knights taking a timeout. Seem to not have the right personnel on the field. We'll take a timeout. Thank you again for watching the Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Friday Night Lights Sports. We'll see you after a quick break for the timeout on the field.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Welcome back to Conley Stadium. The vibes are high here as senior night being celebrated for Central, and Central having the best game in recent memory for the team this season. Going for 2 and completing it to the back of the end zone. Isaiah Roberts bringing it in for the 2-point conversion. Simple roll out to the right by Rodriguez and finds his open man in the back of the end zone. That extends the lead to 22 points for Central. And I can confirm to you right now that's the biggest lead they've had all season, at least since they faced Cranston East and beat them 44-8. I was on hand for that game as well. You can go back and watch it. I don't recommend it if you're an East fan, though. So Central now in full command of this. It's 36-14. And it's looking to be their first win in weeks after a 21-20 loss to LaSalle. A 1-point heartbreaking loss to a top team in your division, but then a 2-0 loss to Woonsocket, a Division II team. And then 19-15 last week on the Fans Only Sports Network, lost to Westerly on a last-second score. Looking to be back in the win column and should make their record now 3-4. Kickoff received by Burrillville, and now looking for open room, being taken down, not before getting to the 45-yard line. So Burrillville taking over after Central able to go down and score. Bentel with his touchdown, his senior night touchdown, where touchdowns have been scored by 3 seniors of the 15. And then Richard Bridges has 2 of them as a freshman. But still, the play of the game being Adonis Medina's massive touchdown run on the end around. So fourth quarter just getting underway, and a personal foul called on the Knights to open up Burrillville's drive, pushing Burrillville to the Central 40. So short amount of field to cover as a handoff to Kelleher. And Kelleher will be taken down, but not after gaining about 8 yards on the play. So bring it to a 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down, 2.
There you go. So Logan Janelis has been the quarterback all day for Burrillville. He's a junior, and he's been doing it through the air all season. Tonight, 2 touchdowns, 2 great throws, 1 really great catch, and 1 really great throw. But has a lot of work to do if he wants to put his team back in position. And this one dumping it off to his receiver. That's Norman Solier, who's brought down inbounds.
Good enough for a Bronco first down.
Moves the chains. So 1st and 10. And it's really getting cold out here. Got hands in pockets all around the stadium as temperatures dropped rapidly. Official temperature right now, 54 degrees. It's only going to be getting colder. And timeout taken. So we'll take a timeout as the Broncos take a timeout there. 36-14, Central leading on your Friday Night Lights presentation by Fans Only Sports Network. Welcome back, and looks like I forgot to stop the clock during the break, so gonna have it paused for a couple of plays. But Burrillville in the I formation. Handed off to Kelleher, who breaks a tackle, tries to stay on his feet, unable but able to pick up the first down in the process, pushing the Burrillville Broncos offense into the red zone. So back-to-back first downs. And now Burrillville on the cusp of getting into the end zone. Cusp of getting into the end zone of note for the first time in the second half. Held scoreless so far. Shotgun formation, running back Kelleher to the left of Janellis, who's going to keep it, and he'll rush forward before being taken down. I believe a flag on the play. So he took it himself. Didn't gain much, but a flag thrown. Wouldn't be the surprise to see this go against Central. Waiting for the call from the officials. It's going to be a hold. And the call is going to be on Burrillville. Holding on Burrillville, and one fan jumped the gun and said, "Now you call holding," and that fan happened to be from Burrillville, so maybe a little jinx, but 1st and 18 now after the holding penalty. Pushing Burrillville out of the red zone, and the clock has caught up to us. Janellis in shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking deep to the corner of the end zone. It's going to be knocked away. Good defense to stop that pass.
2nd down, 18.
Playing tight defense and able to knock it away at the last second. Now 2nd and 18 for Burrillville. Again, if you're just joining us, senior night being celebrated here at Conley Stadium for Central. So on behalf of Fans Only Sports Network, we'd like to give a thank you to all the seniors on both sides for what they do on the field as student athletes. Especially as a sports broadcaster, I'd be out of a job if it weren't for these student athletes. It's a personal foul called. It'll move the ball up, give Burrillville some room to work. Now back in the red zone after the holding penalty. And it'll move the chains off of the penalty call. So it's first down and 10.
The penalty gives the Broncos a first down.
Not first and goal, but 11.5 yards to go until pay dirt. Motion man across your screen as rolling to his right and a little behind on the throw, Janellis.
Second down, 10.
Janellis a little behind on his throw, unable to connect with his receiver there. Now second and 10. But the Broncos are close to getting in. But this game is also close to being done, and they have a lot of room to make up. Central putting on the pressure coming out of the first half with, I believe, 16 second half points so far.
Keller's the ball carrier.
The rush by Kelleher doesn't get much. Make it 3rd and 9.
Gain of 1 on the play. 3rd down, 9.
3rd down and 9, a perfect time to let you know Fans Only Sports Network's presentation of Friday Night Lights is brought to you by Precision Home Lending. Go to Precision Home Lending for all your home lending needs. Less than 8 minutes left in the final quarter, as Central leads big 36-14. But Burrillville ready to score. Dropping back for the pass. Jelinas rolling out off his back foot to the back of the end zone. Caught. Was he in bounds?
The Lions' pass is incomplete.
He's ruled out of bounds. A great throw, a great catch, just an inch
4th and 9.
just an inch away from getting both feet down. Unable to bring it in bounds. So 4th and 9 now. Still just 10 yards away from the end zone. Burrillville at least looking to get some momentum going for their next matchup. This one being just about all but over besides on the scoreboard's clock. So Janellis takes a snap, dropping back on 4th down, rolling to his left to the back of the end zone. The pass is broken up.
The Lions' pass is incomplete.
Trying to find Riley Hebert in the back of the end zone, but the incomplete pass means a turnover on down. Central taking over possession. Central defense holding strong as the ball got closer and closer to their end zone. They were aided by a penalty, a holding penalty that pushed the Burrillville Broncos back a little bit, but they handed them a personal foul penalty, gave them a first down, and made up for the penalty in full, going and forcing a turnover on downs. So Central taking over the ball at their own 10-yard line. Looking to add insult to injury, or maybe still searching to get some of their seniors a senior night moment as time winds down on what has been a successful senior night for Central. Stacked box by the Central offense, who will try to bring it forward. Now on the left side of your screen, cutting back towards the middle, staying on his feet, but being taken down the 35-yard line after a 25-yard rush.
Nice ball carried by number 8.
Demetrius Outland
Plays good enough for a night.
breaking free on the bunched up. It was hard to see who even was rushing when that play started. It was Outland who found a gap with the ball and was able to make his way to now the 35-yard line. Clock continuing to wind down. We'll then try to make that exactly what it is on the field real quick. And flag pre-snap.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be on Central, so back it up 5 yards.
Penalty is against the Knights.
Pre-snap penalty. Backs it up 5 yards and 1st and 15. That stops the clock.
First down 15.
Rodriguez taking the snap, handing it off to Ramel Richards, going up the top of your screen and being pushed out of bounds just near the marker of the line to gain. Make that now 2nd and 1.
Gain of 11.
Oh,
Second down.
gain of 11, so back it up a little on our end. 2nd and 4. Again, as the game's winding down, just want to thank every viewer for taking the time out of your day to watch the Fans Only Sports Network. As Rodriguez back to pass, broken up late. A great breakup on the pass by Norman Solier of Burrillville.
Rodriguez passes. Incomplete. Intended for
Just a little bit,
down 4.
needed a little more on it. Just needed a little more on it to get it past the diving swat of Solier for the Broncos. Big play for the defense of the Broncos, now facing a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and short. Curious to see what Central would do if this gets to a 4th down. But it's going to be an option that Rodriguez keeps and pushes it past the 50-yard line into Burrillville territory.
Rodriguez with the quarterback.
Armani Rodriguez
Plays good enough for
keeping it and making his way past midfield into the territory of the Broncos for a 1st down. Under 6 minutes in the 4th quarter of action. It's been a jam-packed night of action. Started off hot in the 1st quarter with great plays. First half full of them. Great catches and great rushes, especially by Central on the ground. Rodriguez keeping again, moving the ball up about 4 yards, 3 yards.
Rodriguez with the quarterback keeper.
Pushes the ball 2nd and 3. 2nd and 7 now. Injury at the top of your screen by a Burrillville player. So we're going to take a quick break while we figure out this injury situation, hoping for the best. Welcome back. Injury taken care of. It was number 53, Colin Lemire for the Broncos. Helped off the field. But still on the field, a second and what looks to be 2nd and 8 for Central. And Rodriguez rolls two out of the pocket. Play action down the field, and he couldn't complete the catch. Demetrius Outland unable to bring in the wide open target. The play action rollout from Avani Rodriguez. And there was nobody around him, just bounced off the hands. It is turning out to be a pretty cold night, though. I know my hands are cold. Almost wore shorts here. I mean, would have been a bonehead play. But 3rd down and 8 following the incomplete deep shot that was certainly open. Rodriguez empty set as Sean Shelton comes across your screen and takes the handoff up the top of your screen for a 1st down. Pushed out of bounds. Not before he could pick up a 1st down. So Central moving the chains late in this one.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we want to ensure the safety of the players, coaches, the officials, and the vet staff.
Central again has led all but one play tonight. Bouncing back in a big way from lackluster past 3 weeks. And Avani Rodriguez again in the empty set. Now Kine coming to his left and taking the handoff. Demarius Kane breaking free with room to run, and he gets passed into the end zone. Touchdown, Central. Demarius Kine, the 2nd rushing touchdown of the day on his senior night, back in the end zone. Big night for Kane and a big night for Richard Bridges. 2 touchdowns apiece. Central now leading 42. And just because I'm a Cranston East student, they might just go for 2 and make it 44. And just like the dreaded day that happened at Stadium a couple weeks ago. Just looking to match what I had to witness as a Cranston East student. Again, thank you for listening to the Fans Only Sports Network. Charlie Adams on play-by-play with Junior Hernandez running the camera. And Central is looking for the 2-point conversion. So, 2-point conversion coming up. And Rodriguez rolls out, looks to the back of the end zone. Defense 2 on top of it. Score stays 42-14 off of the Demarius Kine's touchdown run. Now Central back in front. Sorry about the little buffer there. Central back in front by a lot. I mean, that's just the state of the affairs right now. It's Central 42-14 with just over 4 minutes to go. Showing up big and playing like the Division I team that we know them to be. After 2 back-to-back losses to Division II teams, things are starting to get a little scary here. You know, just a little concern over losing those 2 games, but they're back in a big way tonight. And nearly exclusively doing it on the ground. They went to the air. They almost had one. Almost had a receiving touchdown, but just off the hands of Demetrius Outland. So, kickoff will bounce past Burrillville, now picked up by Ronald Vargas. Vargas will be taken down at the 20-yard line.
The run back.
Believe the running clock rule in high school is 30 points. So
Fans, don't forget,
we'll still have clock stoppages
Friday, October 20th,
despite the cold weather.
to take on the Hawks of Bishop Hendricken. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 o'clock.
And as the PA announcer just announced, Central's next game will come against Division I rival and perennial powerhouse, the Bishop Hendricken Hawks. They'll travel down to Warwick, Rhode Island for that game, playing away at the home of the Hawks. Burrillville running the ball and with room, cutting back, now going up the right side of the field. Up the field goes Brendan Deem, taken down at the 40-yard line. Big run to start the drive. All day a first down as Brendan Deem, the senior running back, cutting his way through Central's defense. Make sure to listen tomorrow on the Fans Only Sports Network when we broadcast Peak Performance Prep Hockey. 6 games coming at you across Saturday and another 6 coming at you across Sunday. High-level hockey on the prep scene. Motion up to the top of your screen by Del Monaco, and it'll be a handoff that gets the ball up a couple yards. Brendan Dean again with the rush.
Gain of 5 on the play.
5-yard gain. Now 2nd and 5. Second and 5 coming up for the Broncos. Again, not much that you can do on the scoreboard, but there's still momentum that can be built going into their next week's matchup. Working out of the shotgun. Jelinas with a running back behind him. Delmonico motioning to the bottom of your screen. It'll be another handoff for the Broncos. Up the field goes Deem. 3rd straight carry for him. Might be enough to move the chains. We'll see. Ball's marked just short. 3rd and 1.
Down 1.
So 3rd and 1 as the clock under 2 minutes. Burrillville potentially positioning themselves for a late score. But all around a great time here at Conley Stadium for senior night. Central having a dominant performance and honoring their seniors well with the product they're putting up on the field right now. Handoff up the middle. Good enough for a first down.
Ball carrier. Plays good enough for a Bronco. First down.
Clock continues to tick down. Broncos move the chains. Now about 29 yards away from touchdown. Time winding down, up to 30 seconds left, and hopefully Burrillville doesn't call a timeout for any reason, because that would just be crazy, right? I mean, please. It's getting really chilly out here. I didn't know it was going to drop degrees so fast. Time under 15 seconds. Jelinas from the shotgun hands it off. Brendan Dean, and that should be the last play of the game. So 42-14, your final score here at Central. Senior night victory for the Knights. A lot of rushing touchdowns. 7 of them gets you to your 42 points. Touchdowns by Bentel, Kane, 2 touchdowns by Kane. Long rushing touchdown by Medina and 2 touchdowns by Richard Bridges. That's your scoring for your winning Central Knights. Thank you for watching Friday Night Lights presented by the Fans Only Sports Network. Charlie Adams signing off for me and my cameraman, Junior Hernandez. Thank you for watching and have a good rest of your night. We hope to see you join us on another day, another stream.